Yo, is it just me or there's like a distinct vibe when you're in the kitchen alone and it's 3 a.m. in the morning and you're just like in here. Everything outside is quiet, everyone's sleeping, and you're just out here in the kitchen. And then you start thinking about life, yo. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in the kitchen alone. It's late at night. And there's just certain times in life where you're like, yo, you get this kind of feeling right before something big happens. Like I had this feeling probably when I first moved to LA with Ricky. And I was like, dude, what even is my life? Like, I'm not supposed to be here right now. I know I said I'm moving out of this house, but I'm still in here right now. In this big old house. And it's like, dude, I was not supposed to be here. Like, I just wasn't. There was nothing in my life that was like, yo, you're gonna be destined for this. You're gonna be destined to live in a big house, make a stable income from doing what you love. But it kind of just happened. But it didn't just kind of happen. It happened from me and Ricky taking action and going after something and believing in it. And it's like I get that feeling again right now. And that's what this channel's for. I'm trying to document these moments. Like I want to look back on these moments right here when I'm like 30 or 40 and be like, wow, that was that moment right there when you were in the kitchen, right when you started NCK Vlogs, right when you started the One Life clothing line. Like, I don't want this One Life clothing line. I don't want it to be merch. I don't even want it to be like related to me. I want it to be so much bigger than that. I want One Life to be an entire movement all over the internet. The whole meaning behind One Life and why like I'm so excited to start it is because this is something that's bigger than me. It's not just about making videos to get views and just what can be the most clickbait or entertaining thing. It's like One Life is something that I believe in. And it just means so much to me. It was literally my phone background for like, probably like 2 or 3 years back in 2018 and 2019. My background literally said One Life. And now 7 years later, I'm making my own clothing line called One Life. And it's not by accident. I literally have like one tattoo right here on my arm. It's kind of fading away. I got it like 3 years ago. Long story. But right here, if you can see that, I don't know if you can see that. It literally says One Life. This is the only tattoo I have. I have a chain right here. And there's an engraving on the chain. Can you read that? It says One Life, yo. And I keep on getting these videos on my recommended on like Instagram Reels and stuff. And they keep on talking about how you only got one life. And it's like, dude, One Life is so much bigger than me. It's something that every single person in the world feels deep down. We have all these things that we stress about. We stress about bills. We stress about, yo, am I gonna make it to the game late? Am I gonna let this person down? What is this person even gonna think of me? But when you strip it all away, you're like, yo, I am gonna die in who knows how long. It could be tomorrow. It literally could be tomorrow. Like I could die tomorrow. I could die in a week from now. I could die in a month. And it's like, it's in these moments when you're just standing in the kitchen at 3 a.m. to get some water. We were like, dude, what even is life? You know what I'm saying? Because none of that matters when you think about it from the perspective that we only have one life. And at the end of it, we're all gonna die. It's guaranteed. We're all gonna die. But we spend so much of this time in between stressing about all this stuff that in the end doesn't really matter. Like in the end, what's gonna matter is the people we cared about, the relationships we had, the adventures we went on, all the memories and love that we spread. And that is gonna be what matters at the end. You hear countless stories of people on their deathbed talking about, I wish I didn't worry so much. I wish I lived in the moment more. And that's the whole meaning of one life. And that's why I'm so excited. That's why I have to document this moment, because this is the beginning of that. And you guys are seeing it right now. The One Life clothing line is not out yet. If you want to sign up to the email list so you can be notified right when it drops and be the first one before anything sells out, I'm going to leave the link in the top of the description. But this is the beginning of that. And I don't get these feelings all the time. Like, there's just a certain feeling when you feel like something new is coming and you're about to go on a new adventure. And you're like, yep, I'm about to go on that adventure. And I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I have no idea, really. I just started this channel. Literally, there's one video on here. I don't know what it's going to look like, but this is the adventure that I want to go on with my life. And I just saw this video on Instagram, and it talks about adventure. And I think one of the biggest things in life is adventure. And you get adventure when you're outside of your comfort zone. And I think for a couple years now, I've been too comfortable. Like, I've been living in this house. It's a beautiful house. Like, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. It's a beautiful house. There's a lake in the back. There's a big backyard. And it's kind of easy to get comfortable. And I want to push myself out of that comfort and onto new adventure, because I think adventure is some of the best things in life. Like going on an adventure, whether it's alone and you find out more about yourself, whether it's with the boys and you make memories that last a lifetime, whether you go with a girlfriend, a wife, and you two make memories and bond. Adventure is such a beautiful thing. And that's like another meaning of the one life thing. It's like we only have this one life. We only have so many years. Some of us, it's 40 years. Some of us, it's 90. Some of us, it's 100. We don't know how long we have. You really don't. You know, when you dumb it down, life is so fragile, and we could literally die at any moment. Like, you could be driving on the road right now. I could be driving on the road, and it wouldn't even, it doesn't even have to be your fault. Like, someone could come out of nowhere and smash into your car, and you could die right there. Literally just like that. Just like that. It has nothing to do with any decisions you made. You could have made all the right decisions leading up to that moment, and then you just die. And it's like, what are we all here for? What are we all here for? A lot of people, everyone has different beliefs, you know? I'm not here to judge or preach on you guys, but I'm just saying, no matter what you believe in, we're gonna die. And we only have so long here on earth. And that's the whole meaning of one life. That's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm excited for this channel, because I want to document building the brand, but then also living my life. Like living my one life and sharing it with you guys. That is what I'm excited for. And I'm also excited because I'm pushing out of this comfort zone that I've been in for a little bit. And me and Ricky, we're back posting on our second channel. We have the main channel, Ireland Boys Productions, that has like 5 million subs. And then I have another YouTube channel, Ireland Boys, with 2.5 million subs. And it's like, we're back posting on there. We're back locked in over there. And like, we're pushing ourselves from just being comfortable by just doing enough to get by. Where it's like, we can sustain how we're doing, but there wasn't growth. But now it's like, nah, we only have one life. We literally only have one life. So why don't we give it everything? The time is gonna pass anyway. The time is literally just gonna keep, time just keeps going. It doesn't wait for you. It doesn't wait for me. It literally waits for nobody. So you might as well do the thing. You might as well do it. The best time to start whatever you want to work on, the best time to start was 10 years ago. But the second best time is right now. Like, this is the youngest, right now is the youngest that you'll ever be. Think about that. You're never going to be any younger than you are right now. So for me, it was like I was getting comfortable a little bit. That's part of why I want to move into a new place and just like have new surroundings and just feel like I got to push myself. That's part of why like I want to move out. Like me and Ricky moved into this house in 2019, and it just is like, when you're in a familiar place, sometimes that place and those people in that place, and they have a certain feeling and emotions connected to them. And when you put yourself in that place, those emotions get put onto you. And it's like, you see it happens. I know it happens. But when you're in a new place, you get to craft how that place feels to you. That's part of why I want to move into a new place and push myself outside of this comfort zone and just like give my life new meaning. Like beyond the views and stuff. And I know that it's not just views. Like there's people behind the views. And there's impact and there's value in entertaining people and letting them find joy in the entertaining vids. And that's why me and Ricky are going to keep doing the videos on Ireland Boys and Ireland Boys Productions. But this One Life thing, it's like bigger than that. It's like, I want to wake people up and just make them realize, dude, you could have been a frog, you know? You could have been an ant. But we get this moment. We are blessed with the opportunity to literally do what we want in this life as humans. You know? Like, there's no other animal or species that can, like, do what we do, you know? If you're a frog, you're not flying on a plane, traveling across the world, and going on an adventure across the world, you know? If you're a frog, you're, like, stuck in that little pond or whatever, you know? Like, you could hop for your whole life and make it, like, a mile. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we have to realize, we have to wake up every day and realize we are insanely lucky and blessed to be able to live the life that we live. And I know it's maybe times aren't the best right now, you know? Stuff just broke out in the Middle East, and I know it's hard, and stuff isn't the best, but it's like, man, making excuses about how hard it is just makes it harder. It just makes it harder. Making excuses isn't going to make it easier and allow you to buy that plane ticket or that house that you want to buy. It's not, you know? It just is going to dig. You're just throwing a little pity party, you know? And social media makes it easy to throw a pity party because there's a lot of other people that are feeling down or just feel like they're stuck, and they just hop on and they validate your feeling. So we got to wake up every day and be like, no, we are so lucky, we are so blessed, and we're going to make this one life that we have the absolute best that it can be. Because the time's going to pass anyway, so why not? Why would we not? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard either way. It's hard either way. Being broke when you're 30, 40, 50, and wanting to have a family and be able to provide for them, but you're not in the situation that you can because of the decisions that you made in the past, because you let time slip away, because you were too comfortable, is hard. That's hard. It's also hard to be in your teens, in your 20s, and be like, sorry, man, I got to get up early, and I got to do what I got to do to build the future life. That's hard, dude. It's hard because at the same time, it's like, yo, I'm only going to be this young once. I'm only going to be 23 once. I'm 23. I'm only going to be 23 once. And it's like, I'm lucky to have been in a position where I wasn't even fully aware of this, but just like worked so hard when I was young. Like me and Ricky, when we were younger, dude, like that was the hardest we've ever worked. When we were like, I was like 15, Ricky was like 16, 17, and we were just grinding, dude. I was in 8th grade. I was in 8th grade when we started. 8th grade and 9th grade. I would go to school all day. We would film and post a video 1 per week on our main channel, Ireland Boys Productions. And then we also had a second channel, Ireland Boys. And we would film and post on there pretty much every week too. And we would edit the videos. We would edit the videos too. And I'm going to school full time. And I was on the basketball team. And I had straight A's. I had like a 4.3 GPA. And it's like, dude, I am so lucky and so blessed to have been doing that without even realize what that built in me, the character that it built in me, to be the type of person that's like, yo, I'm just gonna get it done. I gotta get it done. The time's gonna pass anyway. It's hard either way. I'm gonna pick my hard. Because not picking your hard is picking your hard. And you're picking the one that delays the hard until you're older. And it's even harder. It's even harder, yo. It's even harder. And then the rest of your life is just like filled with hard. And I'm not saying it's too late. It's never too late. But it's like, there's a certain line. I'm not one of those people where it's like, yo, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up at 4 a.m. You gotta hit the sauna and cold plunge. You gotta do that every single day. I'm not the type of person to preach that. Because I don't believe you have to do that. I don't think you gotta like cut off all your friends, cut off everyone, and just like lock yourself in a room until you make like $20 million a year. That is crazy. But it's also, you don't want to go the other way and just be like, yo, I'm just never gonna work on this and I'm just gonna waste this time. But it's not even wasted time though, because you're living it up and making memories with friends. But there's like a fine line where it's like, yo, I gotta do this for my future self. You know what I'm saying? And I get all these feelings when I'm walking around in the kitchen at 3 a.m. These are the feelings that I get. It's like, dude, I'm 23 now, started doing YouTube when I was 15 in 8th grade, or maybe even 14. And now it's like I'm so much more aware and conscious and just like aware of what's going on in the world and how the world works and stuff. And it's like, you really only have one life. And I know a lot of you guys watching, there is stuff that you want to do. There's a life that you want to live, you know? There's places you want to see. There's people you want to help. And it's not about the money, yo. It is not about the money. I'll tell you that. It's not about the money. Money won't make you happy if you're doing it for the money itself. But money definitely can make you a lot happier. Because it's not about the money. It's about the freedom. It's about being to help others. Like help people that you love. Me and Ricky get to help our parents. And not see them stressed about work and like living and getting by. And it's like, that is what the money's for. I drive a nice car now, but it's like, I got this after doing YouTube and posting every week multiple times for like 10 years. 10 years. I could have bought it when I was way younger. I don't know if it would have been the best decision, but it's like, that's not what the money's for. The money's to help those people that you love. And that can make you happy. So it's like, a lot of people, they're like, yo, money won't make you happy. I agree. It's like, if you're like sad and depressed without money, money's not just going to fix all those problems, but it might take away some of the problems, and just keep it real. A lot of people, it's like, they're afraid to keep it real on the internet. But it's like, I'm not doing that. The whole point of this channel is just be myself, document my journey, document my life. And if you want to watch, you want to watch. If you don't want to watch, I really couldn't care less, because that's not what this channel is for. This is the channel for people that care and just want to see a raw and authentic version of a real human being going through life. And that's what this channel is for. So, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm not trying to say, yo, money's not going to make you happy. I'm going to be real and be like, yo, it takes away a lot of problems. Not every problem. You know, if you're unhealthy, if you got like certain problems, it's not just gonna fix those problems, you know? But like if you're worried about paying your rent, if you're worried about like, yo, you're checking how much you have in your account before you get groceries, or you don't want to go out and eat with your friends because you don't have money, it's like, it fixes those problems. It gives you more freedom, and freedom is the real thing. That's the real reason of money. Money is a tool that gets you freedom. It's like a hammer and a nail. The hammer is money. The nail is freedom. You can hammer in the nail without money. But the hammer makes it makes it a little bit easier, you know? It makes it a little bit quicker. So I'm not here to sell you a dream, sell you a lie, and like tell you all this and that. I'm just giving you guys my raw experience and perspective on this stuff. And I want y'all to realize you only have one life. So why not, bro? The time is gonna pass anyway. So why not? You know? Time just keeps on going. And maybe it's hard. Maybe it's hard getting that first workout in. But you know what else is hard? Having health problems when you're 50 years old and the doctor's like, yo, your heart is unhealthy because it's been working so hard because you've been overweight and fat your whole life. That is harder. That's harder. That is much harder than hitting 10,000 steps a day. But you know what's easy? You know what's so easy? Just putting it off, delaying your problems for an older you. Just delaying them. You're just delaying them. And for so many people, it's like they need something big to happen, like a big wake-up call. Like a lot of people, they need the doctor to say, yo, you only have 6 months to live. And then they're like, yeah, okay, I got to change something. But instead of waiting for the doctor to say that, because if you go down that path, you know exactly where you're going. Instead of waiting for that to happen, you can be proactive instead of reactive. You're proactive and you're aware of your health, aware of your situation, and you're like, no. I know where this goes, and I don't want to go there. So I'm going to make the decision now. I'm not going to wait until I only have 6 months to live and then pivot. I'm not just going to wait until doctor says I'm about to have a heart attack and pivot. You say, no, this is the life that I want to have. This is where I'm at now. This is the life that I want to have. This is the life that I don't want to have. And if you keep on making decisions that lead you over this way, where do you think you're going to end up? You know? Like genuinely, where do you think you're going to end up? You think you're just going to go, oh, boom? No. It doesn't work like that. The habits that you instill and carry on every day decide your life. So you build the habits and you become a person that does this stuff. It's like the same thing as going on a diet. It's like, you don't just want to go on a diet. You want to become a healthy person. That's what you want to do. Because if you go on the diet, 6 months after you're doing the diet, you're like, yeah, I just want to eat cheeseburgers and eat pizza and eat cheesecakes. Nothing really changed. You lost the weight, but then boom, you gain it right back. That's why you always hear it. People lose the weight, they gain it right back. You have to change who you are. You have to become a healthy person. You're not someone that went on a diet. You're someone that became healthy. You were unhealthy, now you're healthy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about diets. I'm talking about everything in life. You're not someone that I don't know. I can't think of an analogy. But bro, I will tell you what. I love walking around in the kitchen at 3 a.m. Like, ain't no one awake right now. I feel like the whole world is asleep. It's like, imagine you're the only one up right now, you know? And it's like, what a weird feeling that is, you know? I don't know where I'm going with all this. But these are the moments that I want to document on NCK vlogs. I'm going to do also vlogs where it's just a day in life, whatever. But I'm going to upload these talking videos because this is the stuff that I want to look back on in like 20, 30 years and be like, dude, wow. That moment in the kitchen where you were feeling like that, that was that moment. And that's what that moment is right now. And I'm going to keep on saying it. Probably in every video that I post on this channel. You only have one life. You only got one life. So make it count. What does making it count mean? That is for you to decide. That is for you to decide. I'm gonna go to bed.
Now 10 floors up, they gon' hit my line trying to tell me what's up. Acting like we blood dog, we ain't talk once, we ain't talk